Yes, hello everyone. First of all, we want to thank the persons working at the Maritime SheEO for such a great conference and for inviting us that we have the opportunity to speak here. I'm Nathalie De Jaeger, as already introduced, and I'm working at the Strategic Department and Directorate General of Shipping in Belgium. We are based in Brussels, for a lot of European citizens known as the capital for a lot of European legislation. Our Directorate General has two main responsibilities. The first is to actively participate in the development of legislation. And the second one is once the legislation is into place, to see if the implementation is well done and to oversee if everyone is following the rules. Oh. Yes. Many of you probably know that the International Maritime Organization is based in London, where we spend a lot of our time because all of the international legislation is put into force over there. So it's almost our second home, and we put a lot of importance because shipping is an international business, and therefore it's important that all over the world everyone can put their voices and that we can take into account everyone's needs. Also there we are committed to having 50% of female representation because we believe in practicing what we preach. It's important also for us that we give the good example over there. Oh, go back. Yes. The reason actually why we are here is because in the beginning of this year, on the 8th of March, we had a European conference due to the European presidency. And Sanjam was present over there, and therefore we had the opportunity today to say what happened over there that day. Actually, in Europe, each country holds the presidency of the Council for 6 months, and it's on a rotational basis. And in the first half of this year, it was our time to have that presidency. And in agreement with the minister, we decided to focus our conference on the well-being of seafarers. It was important because it's a hot topic all over the world that the well-being of seafarers need to step up a bit. And we had on our, as you can see, we had 5 ministers present in our conference, so we really were happy with this. The date of the conference, maybe some of you already noticed, was on March 8th. That was carefully chosen because that is International Women's Day. During the conference, we also ensured equal gender representations, and Wista was also present over there. I don't know. It's the previous slide, I think. Yes. Also, a lot of people from Wista were present at the conference. We had actually 4 panels. It was a bit the same as today. The first panel was about sector attractiveness, the second one, lack of trained seafarers, the third one, well-being and health at sea. And then, the fourth one was on women in maritime, moderated by Ms. Alpi Petraki, the head of Wista. This topic was chosen because previous conferences already highlighted that in the future we will have a lack on seafarers. But if you are not including women and actively try to involve them in the sector and also the LGBTQI plus community, we're missing out on more than 50% of potential future recruits. And that's why we put it as one of the main topics on the agenda in our conference. Yes. During the conference, we also honored 3 awards. The first one was for Best Improvement of Diversity and Inclusion. The second one was the Best Initiative Against Harassment. And the third one was the Best new initiative for all over the world. So you can see the one who won that last one was the I Exist 2 initiative, and they are there for the LGBTQI plus inclusion and all the work that they have done over there. Also in 2025 there is a conference in Malta. Okay, the takeouts from our conference was put in a summary board. You can find it as well on our website. I will not take every point from that, but I took for us the two most important points. So because of more than 85% of all goods are transported by sea, seafarers are therefore the backbone of the global economy and development. Several speakers at the conference therefore called once again for seafarers to be recognized as key workers. Another focus was that more inclusivity should be introduced within the maritime sector, because the maritime sector, as already said a few times today, still consists of mostly men. I heard today a number of 1.2% women only. It's not a lot, so we can do better, I believe in that. So a better integration of underrepresented groups such as women and also the LGBTQI plus people is necessary. We need to create a safe place for them, and so that just as like we go to our office, also they need to find a safe place on board, and so we can attract more people, and that's what we want to achieve. Because we want the outcomes of the conference to be well spread, we're happy that we can do it today by presenting it, but we also made a logbook with all messages and ministers that were present at the conference, and we handed over it at the Secretary General from the IMO. Another thing that we did is we submitted all the outcomes in a paper, and we also handed it over to the IMO, so the whole world could see what was discussed over there and what were the most important outcomes. So because we don't want it to be a dead letter, we want to do something with all the output from the conference. We as Belgium, we also put a really high priority on the well-being of seafarers, also for the future and the current legislation. We try to incorporate everywhere that women, LGBTQI, other genders, other religions, that they are incorporated in the legislation. There should never be harder than necessary for women or for LGBTQI plus members to join a ship. I believe that the right person needs to be on the right place and independently from what race or what religion or what gender they have. We also try to focus that on the legislation SCCW. This is currently under review. Also there we focus that there is just no difference for anyone. Also the decriminalization is for Belgium a high priority, and we are working on a shore leave, that people who are on board, that they have less administrative burden and that they can have more shore leave. So we want to be a partner for the sector and listen to the input from everyone. So we believe that we can influence the legislation and that everyone has the right chances, we believe that we can influence the legislation so that everyone has the same chances and the same rights. So if anyone has idea, they are free to come to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nathalie. I think Sanjam also has a small gift for you. So, and photo. And while they do the photos, I will just quickly start introducing. Yes.